she arrived in the village during a storm. No one remembered seeing her come off the bus. No one remembered a bus arriving. But there she was, dripping, silent, carrying a suitcase that didn't look like it had ever been opened. She stayed in the room above the bakery, never ordered anything, but every morning someone left a tea by her door, and every evening it was gone. She didn't speak, not out loud, but the town was used to that. People carried different kinds of silence here, some heavy, some gentle. Hers was waiting. A week passed, then two. One night, she walked. No jacket, no umbrella, just that quiet weight she always carried. She walked past the closed shops, past unlit church, and up the hill to the booth. It wasn't ringing. She didn't expect it to. She just stood there. Then footsteps, barefoot, familiar. The man was there, older now, quieter than ever. He didn't look at her, didn't ask anything. He just opened the booth and held the door. She stepped inside, lifted the receiver. Nothing, just her own breath bouncing back at her, like a voice that hadn't learned its shape. But then a sound. Not a whisper this time, not even a voice. Music. A single piano note, soft, drawn out, like it had been held for years. Then another and another. A melody so slow, it felt like memory. She closed her eyes and remembered nothing, but felt everything. She stayed there long after the line went quiet. When she stepped out, the man was gone, but a pair of shoes waited outside the booth. Worn, her size, laced loosely like someone had just taken them off. She slipped them on. They fit, not perfectly, but kindly. In the weeks that followed, the booth rang again. Sometimes the melody returned. Sometimes it was silence, pulsing warm and steady. Sometimes it was her own voice, a voice that didn't say much, but didn't need to. She began leaving notes, folded pieces of paper tucked under the booth. She didn't sign them, but the wind carried them, and someone always found them. No one asked her why she didn't speak. The village never asked for reasons, but over time, her silence changed. It no longer held her in place. It became something she could offer to others, to the line, to herself. If you pass the hill now, you might see her, sitting just outside the booth, eyes closed, listening. Sometimes the line rings. Sometimes it doesn't. But she still answers. even if the only thing she hears is music from a memory that never really happened. When the world sleeps, let the silence stay.